So we need to talk. I'm going to title this video Update 2 because a lot has changed since the last update that I made. So I started working at the post office, and honestly, even though I basically have no life anymore, I feel like this job has made me a lot more confident. One of my sisters was telling me like, oh, you've gotten a lot more confident ever since you got this job, and it's like, well, yeah, I can actually go buy the things that I actually need anytime I want, and I don't have to stress about money anymore, which is fantastic. So like I've been, you know, splurging on new clothes, mostly comfortable to survive this job. How y'all doing? As you can see, I have been losing weight because of this job. It's like, well, screw my membership, am I right? Like, yeah, this job is something. So I have been MIA for the last 2 months because I've been training work to learn how to use the van and everything like that, and then I started working the job and I was just like completely consumed by it. In the beginning, I was like thinking about quitting like every single day. I was just like, I don't think the money's worth it. I literally only have 1 day out of the 7 days of the week off, and today was that day. And even on my day off, I don't really catch a break. I'm like, oh my god, today's my day off. Oh my god, I can't wait to make use of it. And then basically I just end up cleaning and cleaning and buying things to make my life easier for the next day of work. So I literally bought some more post-it notes and pens for myself. So I literally went to Target and I got myself some pens. These are nice, the Energel ones. I've always loved them. But Staples all around Minnesota got shut down except for one in Wayzata. And Wayzata is like 40 minutes away from here. So I'm just like, hell no, I'm not driving 40 minutes to go get some pens. So I got, this sounds very specific, but I like the 0.5 millimeter pen, but at Target, Office Max, they only sell 0.7, which is a little bit thicker. It's just a pet peeve of mine. It's a completely unreasonable, okay? But I love 0.5, but I got 0.7 because I can't really complain. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep one in my backpack, one in the van that I use, and one at the office to make sure I have pens everywhere, okay? Oh, I forgot body soap. Oof. I forgot body soap, okay? So now I have to go out again. See, I'm not even relaxing on my day off. I'm literally using the day to make sure I have basic necessities so I don't stink at work, so I basically have the will to live. But yeah, like I've been a lot happier ever since I got my job, because I feel like I'm happier because maybe it's because I'm being forced to go outside every single day and see the sun. I don't know, it's something about doing this job. Like if I had to do this job for the rest of my life, I wouldn't be like completely miserable about it, if that makes sense. The only negative I have about this job is like everybody calls in every single day, and basically I am an RCA, so like I'm an assistant, right? So me and like 6 other people, we're assistants. So if any regular carrier, like one of the regulars that have their own route, if they are just like, I don't really feel like it, I don't really feel like it, they can just call in and screw all of us over. So a lot of times I'm done with my route at 4, and for a lot of people, when they're on my route, so the route they gave me was a pretty heavy route, and I didn't know until I had to do other people's stuff. So let's say my route is 1, and there's like routes 1 to 32. So let's say I'm on route 1. Route 1 is heavy, but then there's a day where they're like, hey, go on route 2. So then I go on route 2 and I finish at 3, when on average I'm done with my route at like 6 when it's heavy. So basically the regulars get like the easy short routes, and then the assistants have to cover like really heavy routes. And then on top of that, when a regular calls in, we have to like split their route on top of doing our own work. And then they come in the next day just like oof. But anyways, that's the only negative I have about this job, because basically I have no life, not because of me, or not because I don't do my work fast. It's because I literally have to do other people's work like every single day, to the point where I'm just like used to going home. Like last week, so like the week before Eid, I was literally coming home at 10 p.m. So I'd pull up to work at like 8, and then I would come back at home at 10. And I'm just sitting here like, that's a lot of time. And then the thing is, like, a lot of them were scared that I was gonna quit. And like, I don't know, Maybe it's because I have no friends. Maybe it's because I don't talk to people. Maybe it's because my phone's dry. But I don't really care about like the isolating side of like doing this job. Like people think like mentally this job is hard for me because I don't get to hang out with people, I don't get to do this and that. But I really enjoy my own company. So like I'm literally having the best day of my life. So then that's why I decided to push through and make this video, because I love listening to Lovely Tea, you know, those triplets that talk a lot. I literally went through every live of Lovely Teas. I listened to the triplets. YouTube and like just YouTubers have been saving my butt from boredom while doing this job. Like I just need something to listen to. I tried audiobooks, but there was like an audiobook that I was listening to. It was like fantasy romance. And while I was listening to it, I forgot. So like the first day I was listening to it, you know, from the beginning, it was really interesting. I was like, oh, this book is so nice. Oh my God, I love the characters. Okay. The next day, I forgot every character's name. So when they were like, I don't know, Jessica said this to Albert, I'm like, who's Albert? Who's Jessica? I forgot who the characters are. And when you're driving, you can't really text and drive. So I don't text and drive. So like basically I can't figure out who is who unless I pull over and waste time. So I'm just like, okay, let me go back to YouTubers. So YouTubers have been saving my butt, and I love the YouTubers that just waffle, or that's the UK slang, just like talk a lot. So then I'm just like, let me just make a video where I'm just like, let me just talk a lot, because like I realized how important it was. Okay, so work hasn't been bad. The thing is, like, a lot of people are like, oh my God, you work so much. And the only thing is, to be fair, I find it really frustrating that people don't really respect the fact that I work a lot. Like, they don't respect the fact that I work now, because I've been like, you know, a student and low-key unemployed for like many years now. So now that I got a big girl job, I'm working every single day. I just find it frustrating that other people are frustrated with me, because it's like, when y'all are always busy, when y'all always have work, I respect it. I don't say much. I'm just like, oh yeah, y'all got work. But then it's just like getting mad that I come in late. It's like, yeah, I'm mad too, but still, chill. But anyways, that's what's been happening with work. I'll put this video into sections, so if you don't want to listen to makeup, that's fine. So I completely like dipped and I went to Huda Beauty and NARS for foundation, because I want to completely follow the BDS movement and just like not support brands that support is not real. So let me go quick and show you the products that I bought. So I went back to NARS. So I was using Estee Lauder. I think I mentioned this before, but I was using Estee Lauder because it's a pretty straightforward. I love the heavy duty of it, like the full coverage, but they support is not real. So then I was like, okay, now I need to go back to NARS. So I really like the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. It is beautiful. And I have this shade in New Caledonia Deep 2. And the problem is though, this foundation is just a teensy wincy bit darker for me. But since I work at USPS and I know once summer hits I'm gonna get even darker, that's why I bought this shade, because this actually matches my forehead really well, but when it comes to like my cheeks and my chin, it's a little too dark. But I like this. Like, as you can see, it's a really fantastic match. But one thing is, what's really interesting is, like, when I went online to check the shade in the description, they said warm with olive undertones. Another thing I wanted to talk about was I want to go and get, you know, the color theory, color matching thing that you see on TikTok where everybody goes and they get like matched and everything. I really want to do that so bad, because my whole life I have been struggling to find, like, a lot of clothes, the colors don't look good on me, and a lot of times I really struggle with just colors and foundations. My whole life I haven't found a foundation that was like a perfect match. It's either too red, too yellow, too dark, too light. So it's like I've always struggled with foundation and concealer. So I really want to just suck it up and go get like that color theory thing done. But I don't trust, respectfully, I know I sound so mean, but so there is like another YouTube channel, I think it's called Coco Style, I'll put it here, but basically I've been listening to her for like over a year now, where she kind of goes over darker skin and different undertones and what your color season could be. So she has a website where if you pay her I think it was like 120 bucks. It's a lot of money. That's like a half a day's work for me. But it's like, if you go pay her that much, she will give you like a very detailed PDF file of what colors look good on you, what your season is. And I feel like I just need to suck it up and do it, because even lipsticks, like if I'm trying to buy a lip balm, lipstick, and a lot of times every red I've tried looks funny on me, and it's just like, well, on camera I can make it look good. So that's why, like, on camera y'all can see like a lip color and it's like, it's really nice, but in person it looks funny, like a little clownish, like I don't know why. And there's like 10 different shades of red, so which shade goes with my skin tone, which shade goes with my season, my color season. So that's why I want to just like suck it up and pay the money. And I'll let you guys know, I'll just make a video talking about the color theory thing, doing a review on it and stuff like that. So if it's worth the money, I'll let you know. But anyways, let's go back to makeup. So yeah, soft matte foundation. I bought the Huda Beauty concealer. I was using the NARS Radiant Creamy in the shade Amande since I was like literally 18. So it's been like 8-9 years and I've been just using that shade. But as you know, I need coverage, okay? So as you can see, this covers. But again, if you don't know me, I'm oily. So if you have normal skin, dry skin, be very careful when buying Huda Beauty, okay? So don't buy it and then get upset saying like it dries you out and stuff. Like, I have oily skin, so that's why I used soft matte. My sister, okay, she bought the soft matte and she hated it because she has dry skin and she was really upset. But this is like, I didn't even need to use like setting spray at all today, and I've been wearing this for like 5 hours. I love soft matte. And then I use Huda Beauty's Blondie. Oh, the concealer. The concealer is in the shade 7.1N. So the problem is, this is a little too light for me, but I can make it work. I'm okay with it, because basically the shade that's after this one is this shade. So it's basically my skin color is the next shade, and then the one, so basically this is all I got. And then there's a different one that's like, I think the Sephora lady said it was like too yellow, or like it wasn't, it didn't suit me, it looked funny, or like too pink, I forgot what she said. So I said, you know what, I'm just buying this because any other brand basically supports Is Not Real, and this is a really good coverage concealer. And at this point, until I figure out what my color season is or what my undertone is really, everybody says something different. I go to one makeup artist, she says I'm a red undertone. I go to somebody else, she says I'm neutral. Another person says I'm olive. What am I? I don't know. But it's just like, I realized if I don't check my color season, I'm just wasting a lot of money on products, like anything really, even clothes, like knowing what shade I am. But anyways, I'm done talking about makeup now. Anyway, so I went to the Mall of America and I bought some Totoro things. So a lot of y'all are probably sick and tired. The thing is, I look crazy, okay? So I went to Hot Topic and, you know, I just wanted to like just take a quick look, you know? And I walked out with nothing. I lied. I walked out with this. So I really needed like a box or like a lunchbox, something where at work I can keep it. It looks really obviously mine, where I can keep like Advil, ibuprofen, pads, just essentials, my pens, my post-it notes. I just need a place to put all my things. So I was just like, I need something that looks obviously mine, that I can put stuff in. So then I saw this wonderful, beautiful Totoro. What is this thing? It doesn't even explain it. See, I just bought it today. See, I literally spend my day off enjoying life, going outside. That's how I spend my day off. I might regret it tomorrow, because maybe I should just be like sitting and relaxing, but yeah. But basically, I'm just gonna, see, there's enough space, so I'm gonna put some pads in here, like Vaseline, pens, post-it notes, just a lot of random stuff. I'm gonna keep it here and keep it on the route I'm normally on. So like, and gum, gum, snacks, granola bars. I'm just gonna keep a lot of that stuff here. And so like, if I ever need it, I'm just gonna grab it. And if people are like, oh, who does this belong to? mine. So I really like the people that I work with. They're really nice. But a lot of them just kept saying over and over, like, they were just really shocked that I'm still there. I think it's just like combined with the fact that you know, y'all are gonna clown me in the comments, okay, if I say this, but I think I have pretty good discipline. Not on YouTube, stay safe. Not on YouTube, but I have pretty good discipline when it comes to being a consistent. Oh, I know I'm not consistent with y'all. I know I'm not consistent with y'all, but I'm consistent in every other aspect of my life. Like, I just do things consistently. So like, and mentally, I feel like I handle a lot more than I realized, because when I started this job, people were literally walking on eggshells, like, oh my god, like, we thought you were gonna quit after yesterday. We thought you were gonna quit after this day. But then once they realized I was gonna stick, I think that's when they started to feel more comfortable around me. So basically, apparently, at my station, they've had new people come in and out for the last 8-9 months, and I was the first one to stay longer than 2 weeks. So yeah, anyways, back to Totoro. Oh, I couldn't help it. I went to box lunch after I went to Hot Topic, okay, and I was like, well, Asma, you're only gonna look. And I walked away, okay, but I only saw, like, I saw there was only like 3 more. And hey, let me defend myself, okay? I don't buy DoorDash. I don't really spend money on clothes. I will literally reuse clothes because I refuse to spend money on it, okay? I literally got this from my mom. She has a collection of scarves. Hell no. If I have to buy clothes, I just basically buy them for work, and then I just reuse outfits that I've collected in the last 5 years. So when it comes to just like being a responsible person, I literally don't spend money. So that's why I spend money on things like this, because it makes me happy. Like, when I go home, I want to see Totoro. And I mentioned this on TikTok. Oh, listen, my birthday is in July, yeah? So I'm just gonna tell everybody, you find something Totoro related, you bring it to me. But yeah, so yeah, like, I feel like going to the mall. Oh yeah, speaking of the mall, girl, did you see what the Somali teenagers did at the not even the Somali mall, y'all, what they did at the Mall of America? Ugh, Somali teenagers are straight bums, okay? I mean, I have a brother who's a teenager, but still, like, listen, let's talk about it. Some of y'all are Somali, okay? Half my subscriber base are Somali, but like, listen to me. Did I ever mention what happened at the library near my house? So apparently, this happened like half a year ago, okay? But I'm still upset about it. So basically, half a year ago, a bunch of Somali teenagers decided, like, there was a group of 40 of them, all like being really loud, and they were in the middle of the library just like talking and everything. But I just like walked past them, and then I was just like, I don't know, something told me to go home, so I went home. When I tell you, I strolled into the library maybe like 2 days later, and this was when I was doing Springboard, like that UX design program. So then I walk back and I stroll back in, and I see broken desks. So like, there's like these study rooms, okay? And 6 months ago, you could just walk in, first come first serve. You just walk in, you close the door, you study, khalas. I walk in to tables being smashed in. So the table was smashed in like someone was doing WWE. You can't see me, boom, and they broke. 2 or 3 different study rooms were completely demolished, and they had like caution sign and everything. And then basically our location decided that they were going to lock every single study room, and if you wanted to use the study room, you have to give them a library card and your driver's license to go use the study rooms. So anytime you need the room, they have like a line of keys, and basically you get to, like, you know, just take a key. No, you first have to give your license, and then you get a key. And they started doing this after the fight, and I was just so upset because basically I had to ask one of my cousins who was in high school at the time. I said, hey, what happened? And he was like, yeah, there was a big fight. But it's just like, what's going on? And basically they completely ruined that library, because basically one time I wanted to use the study room, so then they had a key, and I was like super excited, because now since people get to like come in and use a key, they can literally leave with the key and have the room all day long and just like hog the space. And people don't shower. So basically one day That was the last time I used their study rooms, okay? So one day I wanted to use a study room, and you know, they have to lock it. So basically there's air trapped in there, and the air is whatever air remains in that room is the smell, not even the smell, the funk of whoever was using the room before. So when I tell you I used that room, it smelled like shafil, it smelled like ass, it smelled like someone who hasn't showered in weeks. It smells like the anime room that I went to in high school, okay? When I tell you, I gagged. And the problem was, me and one of my younger sisters, we were trying to use that room to study. This was like a long time ago. When I tell you, I couldn't sit in it. And the thing is, for me, I'm not someone that's like, ew, like 5-second rule, that's disgusting, just throw it away. I'm not that kind of person, so I'm not like super clean, but something about like just that rancid smell, I couldn't sit through it. So my sister, she was like, but this was the last key, this is the only room available, I really want to use it. So my sister was willing to like suck it up, and I was just like, no, I can't do it. I literally felt a headache coming in. And basically all these people who are using the rooms, they don't shower, they don't clean themselves. And then it's just like before, when they didn't have to lock the rooms, the library rooms would be aired out. But like every time I go to that library now, ooh-wee, I was just like, nah, I'm never studying here again. And then on top of that, every other person at my location thought the same way. So now all of the places in like the 3 different libraries around my library, all the study rooms are always taken. And it's just like, so basically what I'm trying to say is, the same Somali teenagers decided to go to the Mall of America on Eid and go crazy. And apparently they were I don't know what they did. I just saw a few videos of just straight chaos. And my problem is, at the end of the day, right, like I understand teenagers are teenagers, but like these teenagers who are like 2006, 2007, 8, these are a different breed. Because when I was like, they're not even scared of the cops at the mall. Like I saw some of them going, yeah. I was like, wow. Wallah, I couldn't sit and watch it. I couldn't watch the video, but it's just so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, because you're just sitting there like, girl, why are you ruining the name of Somalis? Like literally, it's like, ooh. Wallah, it was just so embarrassing. And here's the problem though, at the end of the day, let me tell you something frustrating about being a Minnesotan Somali. Everybody calling us Zumalis, okay? But I'm not an animal. So I feel like if Minnesota Somalis are calling one another Zumalis, I'm okay with it. But it's just like, the problem is at Valley Fair, we don't go to Valley Fair on Eid. We don't go to the Mall of America on Eid. We don't go to Chuck E. Cheese on Eid. So it's like, in defense of the Somali teenagers, what are they supposed to do? Like there's nothing for them to do in Minnesota besides going to the Mall of America. There's nothing else for these kids to do. Literally nothing else. So like, there's a part of me that like doesn't blame them for going to the mall, but then I also start to feel sympathy for all of the Somali little kids that want to go on the rides, that want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, that want to go to Valley Fair, and literally you can't enjoy. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just, I'm conflicted, because like I understand that Somali teenagers, they have nothing to do. There's nothing to do. A lot of Minnesota Somalis on TikTok, I'm on TikTok all the time, they were saying that after Salah, they just rolled over and went to bed. And they didn't do nothing that whole day. And I don't blame them, because they're not adults like me. Like, they're not in their 20s. They are not in a space where they're okay with doing things like just taking photos, getting good cute pictures of yourself, going out to eat. They don't find that fun. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But at the same time, it's just like, what are you doing? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, those videos were crazy. Let me show you a few of them. I'm hoping like I'm just showing you as I'm talking, but I was just like, whoa, like y'all are just really ruining the Somali name. And it's just like, but out of all the Somalis, why couldn't it be Toronto? Why couldn't it be Idaho? Why couldn't it be Cali, Atlanta, anybody? Why does it always have to be Minnesota Somalis? Like, we look so bad. But anyways, it's not my problem, I guess. But I just wanted to talk about Eid. And oh yeah, and I try to vlog Eid, but literally the 2 days I had off, I was just so out of it. I was just so happy I wasn't running around being chased by dogs, okay, at my job. I was so happy I wasn't running and doing like 20,000 steps a day. I was just so happy to just sit and relax and not do anything. So I was just really happy on my 2 days off. So like I didn't vlog Eid, but honestly, it's just like I just got some cute pictures of this bag and my outfit, and literally that outfit that I wore, I literally wore last year on last Eid, but I didn't get any pictures and I refused to spend any money. So I was just like, let me just wear my outfit from last Eid, because no. Anyways, oh yeah, and basically my sister's birthday is coming up. So I mentioned this a lot, but I have a sister who has autism, and because of this, it's been really hard, especially on Eid, to plan things for her. But then her birthday is coming up in a few weeks. So another thing I've been really struggling with is trying to figure out how to plan for her birthday while working a job where I basically am never home, and decorate the house and kind of get it ready for her, because literally for this Eid I didn't decorate nothing. I literally the few days before Eid I was coming home at 10 p.m. like, guys, I'm not even joking. I was coming home at 10 p.m. I was hungry, I was tired, I was cold and wet because it was raining. But like, I know I complain a lot about my job, but there are a lot of cool highlights. So one day, it was like a Sunday, and it was my very first Sunday like of Amazon deliveries, and basically I was driving around in the van. I was really upset because it was cold, it was snowing, because I started my job like in March, and it was, remember, so if you're from Minnesota, you know how like there was no snow the whole winter? It was really nice, there was barely any snow. When I started my job I was really excited. I was like, oh, there's no snow. And then when I started my very first day of like Sunday deliveries on my own, it was snowing, it was cold, and I had my gloves and everything, but I was still pissed. I was just like driving around mad. But then this lady, she ordered like a really tiny, you know, Amazon delivery. It was really light, but she doesn't live in a house. So like when people live in townhouses and I don't know the route, so basically I don't know most routes, so basically I have to drive up to their front door and bring the Amazon package to their door. But if someone lives like in a house where they have a mailbox, you could just throw it in and you're like, yay, I don't have to leave. But I had to leave the van, turn it off, go to her front door. But literally this lady, she had a Ring camera, so she saw me coming and she saw me put it on her chair, and then she pulled up with cookies. When I tell you, she was like let me try to reenact it. So this is me running and I'm like this, like out of breath, tired, mad. She literally whips open the door and I literally am like, am I gonna be on like TV? Am I gonna die? But then she pulls up with a whole tray of cookies and she's like, hey, so I just made these, they're fresh out of the oven, do you want some? And I was like, yes. And she gave me a napkin, 2 cookies. I took a picture of it, so yeah, I have proof. So basically in my van, she gave me 2 cookies, and I was so happy because I literally did not eat breakfast. I was hungry and I was like, damn, I have like 100 packages. I have 100 packages to go. This is a lot of packages. So she gave me like 2 cookies, and that really made my day. Literally, I was literally at my mental breaking point, and then this lady pulls up with some damn cookies, like that SpongeBob's grandma from that one episode, like her fresh baked cookies. Damn it. I was like, okay, thank you for the cookies, I really appreciate it. And then just the other day, like the last Sunday I did, there was this kid who was giving out lemonades, and I felt bad because he wanted cash, like he just wanted money. So then I was like, hey, can you ask your dad if you have like Cash App? And then the guy, he looked at me, looked at my USPS van, and he was like, son, just give her a cup of lemonade. And I was like, no, it's okay, I just want to like support, because he just wanted to save money for some damn toys, okay? And I just felt so bad because I didn't have cash on me. I just had you know, Cash App. So I was like, hey, can I just send you money? But then the dad, he was just like, he was very persistent, and I was like, okay, let me just take that cup. When I tell you, that lemonade was so that lemonade was so good. And the funniest thing is, I wanted to go back like a creep to take a picture of that lemonade, because it was like a pink, a reddish pink lemonade. It tasted so good, and I will lie, I wanted to like do a U-turn, come back and just take a picture of it, but that's creepy, okay? So they were like doing stuff. So I think the dad was like fixing his car, and to entertain his 2 little kids, he told them to set up a lemonade stand like back in the old days. So I thought it was cute. And then the kid, he was like, I'm saving up for what was it? It was like a Pokemon collection card, not Pokemon, but some other TV show. I don't know, but my brother probably knows what he's talking about because it sounded familiar. It sounded like something my little brother does. But like he was saving up for these limited edition cards for something. And the kid, he looked like 7, 8. So then I was just like, thanks for lemonade. But that made my day too. But then sometimes there are bad days where I did this one guy's route and they had 2 unleashed dogs and one of them was too friendly. So it was a big pit bull. So if you're Somali, it looks like this. When I tell you, this person, and the worst part is like if they had mail, I would just like be like, absolutely not, I'm delivering it tomorrow. So I'll just like put it in a rubber band and have it delivered the next day and just keep driving. But this person had 2 packages and they were like small. So I could like, but they wouldn't fit in his mailbox. So they were like a little too wide for the mailbox. So I had to go to the front. So what happened was I needed to deliver this. But then like one of the dogs was just sitting far away and the other dog was like wagging its tail and it leaped into my car because it was expecting something. What was it expecting? Dog treats. So some of the post office workers, the carriers, some of them don't really listen to the rules about like not giving dogs treats. What do I look like? I'm Somali. So I'm not scared of dogs, but if I see a pit bull, I'm scared. If I see I don't care if it's smiling, doing that happy smile and wagging its tail, but when it got on its feet and tried to like climb into my window sniffing for some dog treats, I got scared. So I basically took one of the packages through it and he got off the car. And then I scanned it and everything and then I just took off because I was just like, I was so scared of getting bitten because if I get bitten, I'm fired. And if they cause enough damage, the owners might lose their dog. So I'm not putting the owners in that situation and I'm not getting bitten, damn it. Like, I don't know if it's my ancestors, my Somali ancestors from the past that's like instilling the fear of God into me every time I see a dog. But every time I see a dog at this job, I'm scared. Anytime, especially when they're unleashed. Oh my God, no, absolutely not. There was one time I was delivering a really big heavy package and I was carrying that package to the garage and I was just like, okay, I have a few more steps to go. This lady opens her front door and it was Easter, okay, if it makes sense. And her 2 unleashed dogs come at me and start barking and they were mad. There was no tail wagging, no smiles. They were barking like they were ready to bite me. And this lady had another big package in the van. I literally scanned the packages while she was holding her 2 dogs, did partial delivery, and I said no to the next package. Absolutely not. Like, I don't care if this lady is like gonna leash her dogs or she's gonna hold them forever. I'm not waiting to find out. No. But it's just like, yeah, it's just like the dogs are the only part of my job experience that make things really scary, but everything else is okay. Oh, another thing that I'm scared of when doing this job is certified mail, because basically whenever someone has mail where I have to go up to the door and I need to get a signature, it's never a good thing. Never, ever, ever. So there was one guy, oh my God, scary. So basically I was doing this one route and there was certified mail. So I went up to the door, knocked on it, and it was just like, I don't read the mail. I like to keep people's privacy, but like basically what happened was this guy looked mad. He just signed it, snatched it, and then just like slammed the door, like looking as if like the FBI was on his ass. When I tell you I got scared, I was like, ooh. So basically certified mail is never good. That means someone's car is getting towed. That means someone's house mortgage is falling apart. IRS is coming from. IRS, most of the time it's IRS, mortgages falling apart, car, like the bank is coming from. So it's never, like, I'm putting my life in danger for what? For a signature? Absolutely not. Like, if, the thing is, a lot of times, if I have certified mail and I'm like knocking or like ringing the doorbell, I literally see the person looking at me through their window, waiting for me to leave. Like, they know that I'm here for a signature and they refuse to sign it. So then I just bring it back, like, no. But anyways, this job is really interesting. I like it because it's interesting. It's like, how do you explain it? Should I say it this way? So the reason why I don't have a lot of friends is kind of my fault. I like to, you know, keep my distance from people. So like basically this job isn't very different from how I was living unemployed, but basically I have something to do. I'm listening to books, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm listening, exercising, and I'm saving money, so like I don't mind it. And I get to buy a lot of things that I appreciate, that I like, and it gives me more things to talk about on this channel. The only thing is it's gonna be really hard to be more active on this channel, but I will really try my best. The thing is, I need to buy like that camera stand for the USPS van, but the only problem is sometimes I'm not using the same van. Yeah, it's just like I really want to get back into doing things. Like y'all, I haven't even sat down and used my laptop today, so I just went straight, took my sister to the Mall of America rides, did some quick shopping. Like I said, I went to Hot Topic quick, and then I also bought like essentials from Target. I also bought an air purifier because like whenever I come home nowadays, I hate having a bathroom in this room. It's so disgusting. Because like imagine coming to your room and just smelling fart. Absolutely not. Like I'm obviously sharing a room with people, but it's just like they're very disrespectful about the bathroom. So I was just like, nah, screw this. I've had it. I will buy a purifier. But anyways, like having adult money is pretty nice. I don't complain about the price increase of lotions anymore, so maybe my content will be more enjoyable for y'all since I'm not complaining all the time about money. But yeah, it's just like I like not having to worry about money, and while the economy is going to hell, I'm just really happy that I have a job that I consistently do. And yeah, like I think the only thing about this job that I don't like is how difficult it is to have days off and the long hours. But outside of that, I like that for the first time in my life, no one's breathing down my neck. I don't have managers breathing down my neck. I'm basically my own boss. I get to do whatever I want. Like literally I can blast music and sing at the top of my lungs at work. I can spend a day just like listening to podcasts, books, and yeah, like I just like that I get to do whatever I want with my time. I would much rather spend time alone than be trapped in a space dealing with men, creepy men, just anybody really who wants to act like the manager when they're not, or a manager breathing down my neck complaining about everything I do. All they see is that I deliver things consistently. Nobody complains about me. I send the correct mail to the correct mailbox, so they really like me because I do my job well and I'm improving every day. So it's like as long as I'm doing everything correctly, they don't care what I do, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, but it's just like it's been really interesting. I had to buy this today. It was a purchase I did not make lightly. I was really upset because imagine me having to try to solve a problem that's not really like it. As long as they just turn on the fan in that bathroom, I wouldn't have to buy a pure. Absolutely not. That's disgusting. Maybe I am very sensitive to smell. But anyways, last thing. If any of you guys do go to the Mall of America, I got something for you. This is my comfort meal. So whenever I go to the Mall of America, so if you ever want something, it doesn't look appetizing, I know, but it is a sushi burrito. Poke crunch. I do it with no onion because I don't like raw onion. But yeah, basically a poke crunch with no onion. It's at the 3rd floor. You know the Dora ride? So go to the 3rd floor where the new food court. There's 2 different ones. So the new food court. Go to the Little Tokyo, and then there's Pokei. The store is called Pokei, and they have different sushi burritos. But get the Pokei with no onions if you don't like raw onion. So good, and it's very filling. And then I go to Chat Time, but they changed the name of it. So Chat Time, I go to Nico Nico, and I get, you know, a large mango green tea with extra strawberry popping boba. So basically I am rewarding myself for a very brutal week. So this week was really hard, and last week, so I've been trying to cheer myself up. So I'm just gonna be spending the day today editing this video and eating this while doing it. And I'm gonna find a new anime to watch. Yeah, so today I refuse. The thing is though, I have to go out again to CVS. Let me keep talking. So I have to go to CVS, yeah, and I have to go buy a very specific soap. So I use antibacterial soap. I've been using it since I had eczema. So I was using African black soap, but it was a little too drying for me. And then I was using Dial soap most of the time, but then I was just like, nah, I don't like Dial soap. So then I found a off-brand Castile soap, not the Target one, okay, not Target. I found one that does not make your butt feel like it was flossed and you feel the cool breeze up there. No, I don't like that either. So like Castile soap at the Target, that brand is very strong, and I was like, ugh. So basically, when I was broke, I went to CVS and I found a version of that Castile soap that was half the price. So this one that I buy at CVS is $11 instead of $22 or how much they charge at Target. That's really expensive, so I buy the off-brand one, and it basically does what Castile soap does, but without that feeling of ice. Because when I go to the shower, I don't want to feel like my body is turning like like ew. Like I remember the first time I used it, I was getting a chill. Like no, especially in the winter. Oh, absolutely not. Maybe in the summer I'll buy it when it's hot outside. Okay. Oh, I did it perfect. But yeah, it was just like, so then basically the one at CVS, it's rarely there, but I always buy it. It's like a huge, let me show you the empty bottle that I have. 1 second. I might make a video about this because basically from the morning to the night, imagine working out in the hot sun all day long, and I don't stink. Like I barely smell. Maybe my feet. Stay safe. Stay safe, because it's like you can't really control the feet odor at this point, because especially if you're walking a lot. But anyways, I use this soap and glycolic acid. I wipe it on my armpits before I use deodorant. Any deodorant is fine. Just wipe down some glycolic acid with cotton ball, or just like take a Bounty napkin and just like rip it and just put some glycolic. Wallahi wa billahi wa kidab thumma wallahi, you'll never smell. I will literally go a whole day, and then maybe by the time I finally come back from work and I sit down, I'm like, and I smell myself, I barely smell. Like I can literally beat my face, take a good shower in the morning with this soap, Castile soap, and glycolic acid, wiping it down, and then using deodorant and everything. I could literally go to an event right after and I still smell perfectly fine. Like, so that's why I love this soap. But yeah, since I don't have a lot of people watching me anyways, right, I'm not scared of mentioning things. Like I'm not Jungkook from BTS, okay? So like if I mention something is not going to be sold out, just go to your nearest CVS and buy this and let me know. It's one of my favorite soaps, and use like an African loofah that I buy mine on Amazon. Ooh, I'm out of breath from talking. But yeah, I normally talk to myself most days. The thing is, like, what's beautiful about Bluetooth, AirPods, and what else, and just Bluetooth, is that whenever I'm talking to myself, I do it with confidence. Because what, you're assuming I'm talking to myself? No, I'm talking to someone on the phone. The thing is, as long as I don't look scared when someone's making eye contact with me while I'm having full conversations with myself, I'll be fine. There was just like one time, one of my bosses caught me talking to myself on my way out the door. I was like, and then he said, I was like, you know how when people talk to themselves are like this? I was literally talking to myself, and he scared the absolute crap out of me. He pulled down his window. So basically my mom, I took her van. So basically I took my mom's van that day. So I was just walking to the van, and I was just basically like, and then he said this, and then he didn't answer the phone. Oh my god. And then he literally pulled down his window and he was like, thanks, Asma. But the thing is, I was walking past his van. He was watching me talk to myself, like he was watching me do it. And by the time I reached the door of the van that I was using, he pulled down his window for his car and he was like, thanks, Asma, for today. Well, why didn't you say something before? Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. I couldn't even look him in the eye. I saw him yesterday. Ugh. He looked a little awkward around me, and it's like, yeah, well, yeah, because it looks like I have some imaginary friends, damn it. It looks like I look crazy. I thought no one was there. Wallah, I thought nobody was there. So I was just like, the thing is though, wallah, I don't mind saying it. I talk to myself all the time. I'll talk to anybody, okay? And it's not like a mentally ill thing, okay? It's just like I can't think my thoughts out loud. I have to talk them out. I didn't know that there were two different types of people, okay? I don't have a voice in my head. Ever. I don't have a voice in my head telling me things. I have to speak the thoughts into existence. Like, I have to talk them out. And that's why I'm always writing in a journal. Like, typing it. I have an online journal and I type it out because I can't think it. It's like the thoughts just bottle up, but I can't process. I can't sit in silence and think about it, you know? So, like, yeah, I can talk. Shit. This guy right here, I can talk to him. How's it going today? Oof. Like, the thing is, like, it was just like he couldn't. Yesterday, after we got home early for the first time in like weeks. I got to go home at 4. So then he was like looking at me like with this knowing look, like, hi, I saw you talking to yourself like a crazy person. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. Out of everybody had to be my boss. If it was a coworker, I could just like joke about it the next day, but it was just like he was looking at me like crazy. But I mean, look, me talking to this camera looks crazy too. I have the windows open and hella neighbors are watching me, but I don't care. They can look at me crazy all they want. What are they gonna do? But it's just like, it was just like, ooh, it was so embarrassing. But I wanted to tell y'all so you can cringe too. Ooh. Oh, another thing. I almost cried when I got to the counter. But this is the reason why my lips are never dry no more. I hate recommending products though. Oof. Yeah. So basically, when I started working at this job, my lips were ashy, they were dry, they were brittle, and it was just, my lips were always dry, and I was really upset about it. So I started doing some research, and apparently Vaseline is very irritating to my lips, and that's why it doesn't do nothing. So I would buy this. I used to buy a lot of these cute, tiny pink Vaselines, and I would buy packs of them to moisturize my lips. But when I got on the road, it was always, like, I would literally put it on and 5 minutes later my lips were just like even worse than they were before. So you see like this nice shiny gloss that's going on. I had mine on since I left the house. The secret is Laneige. I know I don't like recommending products, you know, but this is the first time where my lips are not chapped and ashy and dry and just straight miserable. So I have to recommend this because it works. So like basically my money, but it was 24 bucks, okay? But I literally grit my teeth and I was like, Asma, you never buy stuff. Just buy this now. And I bought it and I will buy another one because this is so beautiful. I literally just will apply it once when I'm at the warehouse, then apply it a second time when I'm on the road, and khalas, I don't need to apply it no more. This Vaseline, I was applying it every like 20 minutes, every hour, and my lips were dry. But when I started using this, I just used my lip liner, this lip balm. I could literally, I don't have to think about it. I just but I have to make sure I bring it tomorrow or else I'm gonna have ashy lips again tomorrow. But yeah, anyways, I've been talking for hours, but I'm gonna edit it out. I'm gonna make it a nice length. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. Oh, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye.